Welcome to my real estate dojo with Mr. Investor Gang. My name is Mike. In today's subject, I'm going to teach you about buying homes with no money and no credit by defining to you guys 7 types of owner financing deals. Okay? I hear a lot of people talking about owner financing like it's just one idea. And owner financing is like a species of animals. And in this one species, there's many different types of animals. For example, in the cat species, there's lions, there's tigers, there's leopards, and they're not all the same. Same thing with owner financing, guys. There's 7 basically different types of owner financing. And right now I'm going to define that stuff for you. So when you're out there negotiating with a seller, you can figure out which strategy or which species of owner financing fits for you, fits for the seller, for you to be able to monetize and make some money. So let's go ahead and roll the curtains back and get to action, guys. All right. The first type of owner financing is what I love. I personally like doing it. It's called the subject to. Now, in this video, I'm going to run through the 7 types of owner financing. I don't have the time to sit here and define and break it down because I already have videos that defines each of these ideas. So if you don't know what a subject to is, refer back to my previous videos. But in a nutshell, a subject to is when a motivated seller sells you his property and the underlying mortgage or the underlying note stays in place. And you're basically stepping in the seller's shoes and making the monthly payments month after month, but you have the deed in your name, or you have the title or the ownership of the property in your name. So the first type of owner financing, which I personally like, is called a subject to. The second type of owner financing, which I personally love, is called a wrap. And a wrap is very similar to a subject to. There's a couple of major differences between them. Watch my previous videos. But simply put, in a wrap, you're buying a property from a motivated seller. You get the title conveyed to your name. The underlying mortgage stays in place. And you just start making payments to the property. These two sound very similar, but there's major differences between them. Please watch my videos. But simply put, in a wrap, you create a new note. You provide the seller with remedies, etc. Okay? Let's go to number 3 types of owner financing. This one's called a lease with an option. And I know you hear this a lot. And basically what this is 2 different types of an agreement. One is an option that tells the seller, Mr. Seller, I will buy your property so many months or so many years down the line, and I'll give you an option money of X. At the same time, to take control of the property, the investor will tell the seller, hey, Mr. Seller, I'm going to rent out your property for your mortgage amount for X amount of years or X amount of months. Okay? So, again, I don't have the time to go into full detail and break it down. I have videos for each one of these different types of owner financing. So just go ahead and dig into my video pile. Let's go ahead and talk about the 4th type of owner financing, okay? Now, the 4th one is called contract. It's called contract for a deed. And basically what this means is that you find a motivated seller, they sell you the property, but they don't give you the deed. So the deed is held in escrow or by attorneys in an attorney's office. What you have is a contract that once you fulfill, the deed is released to you. A great example of this is like whenever you buy a car. You go to a dealership, you buy it. If you finance it, you own the car, but you don't have the title. You make monthly payments on it. Once that contract is finished, and at that time you will own the car. So the 5th type is free and clear. And simply what this means is that the seller that's selling your property does not have an underlying mortgage. They own the house free and clear. There's no liens on the property. Okay? So you could negotiate a deal with a seller that owns this house free and clear. Now, This is what everybody thinks about. When they think about owner financing, they're thinking about free and clear. And what they're not really understanding is there's so many different types of ways to buy property owner financing, even if there's a mortgage on the property, okay? All right, the sixth type of owner financing is what I call the American dream, okay? Now, what I mean by that is if I find a motivated seller and he doesn't want to sell the property at a deep discount, but he has a significant amount of equity, then I sell him the American dream. I tell him, hey, why don't you and I partner up in this transaction? You have the equity, I have the cash to rehab the property. Why don't we partner up in this transaction? And once I rehab the property, once I market it, once I sell it, I'll split the profits with you. So in a nutshell, I make the home seller part of the profit sharing pool. What I mean by that is once, instead of me putting all the money down and paying him, he could keep the underlying note, or if he has the house free and clear, I don't have to pay him anything. I just put the money into the property or rehab it or do whatever it needs to be done. Once I sell the property, I'll take my money, give the seller's money, and whatever the profit is, we'll split it. It could be evenly, it could be 70-40, whatever you guys are able to negotiate, which is a very powerful way. This is what I call the American dream sales pitch to the seller if they don't want to sell it to me at a very deep discount, what have you. I love this one, okay? Now, number 7, the 7th way to do owner financing, and a lot of people don't think about this, is called home swapping, okay? What I mean by that is that, a seller may call you and you might have an inventory that they want, and you can use that property as a down payment for the next property, okay? Or vice versa. They have, you want to buy a property for them, instead of giving them cash. Maybe you have a condo, maybe you have a piece of land, maybe you have another property. You can just say, hey, Mr. Seller, why don't we swap this evenly, or swap this as a down payment, or swap it as part of the principal reduction, whatever it is, okay? So now, guys, what I'm trying to tell you is, in America, if you have a drive, you have creative thought, you have a burning desire, you're willing to work, if you're not willing to make excuses, you're willing to point the finger to yourself, you can become successful. All it takes is hard work. I've just shown you 7 ways to buy homes, owner financing, that does not require a bank, that does not require a credit check, okay? And you can use these ways to structure deals to go out there and make your dreams come true. So no excuses. Go out there, take action. Hey gang, please subscribe or like or leave a comment. It really motivates me to go out there and make more videos for you guys, as I do this for free. I do this out of love. I want to help you reach your goals. This is America. You can do it. So please subscribe, like, or share my videos. This is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo gang, and I'll talk to you later.